Hello, I'm Mike from the Learning Center, and in this segment, we're going to be talking about Kolb's experiential learning theory, specifically his model and his framework. Kolb always measures things on two axes, perception and processing. Perception is how we think about things. So this is always the whole think or feel, whether you think with your brain or with your heart. And what you'll see on one end is concrete experience. That is people that go with their heart. They feel that's true, and so they're going to go with that. It's also people that want to feel like they're actually there. They want to be in the environment. They want to make it as realistic as possible. They try to aim for things like that, to have it concretely in your hand, to have that touch. Abstract conceptualization, on the other hand, is all about thinking about what will work, thinking about, okay, this is how we're going to go about it. Okay, this is right because I know it to be right in my head, and such, and like that. The other axis is the processing axis, and that's how we do things. Do you have to be physically out there in the field doing practice problems or like delivering medication by hand in order to really understand it? Or can you watch from a distance? Can you watch someone else who kind of mimic their style, or are you a trendsetter? You have active experimentation, which is the actual doing, and the reflective observation, which is watching from a distance, seeing what's going on, and then going from there. This gives rise to Kolb's 8 main points or styles. You'll see it kind of at the intersection of these of the 4 main things we just talked about. You actually have your styles: accommodating, feel and do; diverging, feel and watch; assimilating, think and watch; and converging, think and do. Diverging people are the reflectors. They are the people that want to think about how to actually solve a problem. They are the brainstormers. They are the diplomats. People like that try to think of solutions. Assimilating people are your theorists. The people that want to think about how to do something. They are your scientists. They are the more logical side of things. Accommodating is your hands-on, go with your gut, things change all the time. This tends to be people in more like health fields. This is all about watching, like, and actually getting right in there and changing someone for the better. And then you have converging. These are your judges. These are your people that think about and kind of watch what they're doing, but they want it to be practical. These are people that like to solve problems. Okay, you have a problem, rather than actually thinking about it and rather than just trying and failing, let's kind of judge the right way to go about it, and we'll kind of keep reassessing as we go. You'll see these northern, southern, eastern, western. As we'll see in just a moment, learning is on a spectrum. And so if you kind of are right in the middle, you can kind of call yourself one of these 4 little intermediary styles. Right in the center is your balanced style, which is a little bit of everything. Because learning is always evolving, learning is always changing. Just because I personally am very, very strongly assimilative doesn't mean that I don't have the converging style in there somewhere. It's just not as expressed. It's always changing, and you're always learning more about yourself as you go. That being said, depending on how strongly things are expressed is where you lie on these spectrums. No one category has complete control. These are 2 of the main principles that set Kolb apart. Many of the shortcomings of other models fall on these 2 principles, either trying to box people in or not allowing them to change out of their box. So, for this segment, let's think about where we'll land. Think about you, and think about where you think you'll land. How strongly, and why, or why not. Think about where you'll land, and how strongly you'll land there. Do you think you'll have a secondary, something that also kind of comes out, but not as strongly as your main? Think about that, and we'll meet up here for the next segment to actually take the test.